He opened the box, revealing a simple but elegant diamond ring that sparkled in the fading light. Lillian's hand flew to her mouth, tears welling in her eyes. For a moment, she was too stunned to speak, but then she nodded, her voice barely a whisper. "Yes," she said, her voice trembling with emotion. "Yes, of course, I will marry you." Harrison slid the ring onto her finger, and they embraced, both overwhelmed by the moment. It wasn't the most elaborate proposal, but it was perfect in its simplicity, just like their love, a love built on friendship, trust, and an unwavering commitment to one another. Their wedding was a beautiful and intimate celebration of their love. They chose to keep the guest list small, inviting only their closest friends and family. The ceremony took place at a quaint garden venue, surrounded by lush greenery and the soft fragrance of blooming flowers. Lillian wore a simple, elegant gown that flowed gracefully as she walked down the aisle, her smile radiant as she met Harrison's gaze at the altar. As they exchanged vows, there wasn't a dry eye in the audience. Their love story had been long and winding, but every step had led them to this moment. They had started as strangers on Facebook, two people from different worlds who never expected to fall in love. But fate had its way of bringing them together, and now they stood before their loved ones, promising to spend the rest of their lives together. After the ceremony, the reception was filled with laughter, music, and dancing. They had chosen a live band that played a mix of their favorite songs, from classic love ballads to upbeat tunes that had everyone on the dance floor. It was a joyous celebration, a reflection of the happiness they had found in each other. As the night wore on, Harrison and Lillian stole moments together, quietly reveling in the joy of being husband and wife. They couldn't help but think about all the years they had spent together, the highs and lows they had navigated, and the future that lay ahead. After their honeymoon, which was a dreamy trip where they explored ancient cities, dined on exquisite food, and wandered through picturesque countryside, they returned home, ready to start the next chapter of their lives. About a year after their wedding, Lillian and Harrison found themselves standing in front of their bathroom mirror, staring at a positive pregnancy test. They were going to have a baby, or, as it would turn out, two babies. The news of twins came as a shock, but it was a joyous one. Harrison, always practical, immediately began researching everything he could about parenting twins, while Lillian embraced the excitement of the unexpected. Their family was about to grow, and they couldn't wait to meet their two little girls. The months of Lillian's pregnancy were filled with preparations, decorating the nursery, attending doctor's appointments, and reading countless books on raising twins. Harrison was especially attentive during this time, making sure Lillian had everything she needed and even setting up a new work-from-home arrangement so he could be more present once the babies arrived. When Kayla and Kylie were born, it was a moment of pure joy and exhaustion. The first few weeks were a blur of sleepless nights, diaper changes, and feeding schedules, but Lillian and Harrison found strength in each other. Despite the chaos that came with newborns, they were happier than they had ever been. Their home was filled with the sounds of baby coos, soft lullabies, and the quiet laughter of two parents who were hopelessly in love with their new roles. Harrison took to fatherhood with the same diligence he applied to his work. He was hands-on, waking up in the middle of the night to feed the girls, changing diapers, and reading them stories, even when they were too young to understand. Lillian often watched him with their daughters, her heart swelling with love for the man who had once been her best friend and was now the father of her children. As the girls grew, so did the bond between Harrison and Lillian. Parenthood wasn't always easy, but they faced every challenge together. There were sleepless nights, temper tantrums, and the endless chaos of raising two toddlers, but through it all, they remained a team. Their love, which had once been built on quiet moments of friendship, was now rooted in the shared experience of raising a family. Years passed, and Kayla and Kylie grew into bright, curious, and kind-hearted young girls. They were inseparable, just like their parents had been all those years ago when they first met on Facebook. The family's home was always filled with laughter, creativity, and love. Lillian continued to pursue her art, balancing her career with motherhood. Her paintings evolved, reflecting the love and joy she had found in her family. She would often set up her easel in the garden while Kayla and Kylie played nearby, creating new works inspired by the beauty of their life together. Harrison's tech consultancy flourished, but he always made sure to prioritize time with his family. He and Lillian had become experts in finding balance, ensuring that their careers never overshadowed the love and connection they had worked so hard to build. They had found a rhythm to their life that worked, a life filled with love, respect, and mutual admiration. As the years went on, they never forgot the journey that had brought them to this point. They would sometimes look back and laugh at the early days of their friendship, wondering how they had missed the signs that they were meant to be together. When they told their story to Kayla and Kylie, the girls would giggle at the thought of their parents taking so long to realize they were in love. "Wait, you were just friends for 5 whole years?" Kayla would ask, wide-eyed with disbelief. "Yes dear, we were," Lillian would say, smiling at her husband across the room. Sometimes love takes its time, and sometimes, the best things in life are worth waiting for. Harrison would jump in, a playful grin on his face. "Your mother was just too busy breaking other guys' hearts to notice me." Lillian would roll her eyes, but the look she gave Harrison was filled with warmth and affection. "And your dad was too focused on his work to see the angel in front of him." Their story became a cherished part of their family history, a reminder that true love isn't always immediate or obvious. It's something that grows slowly, nurtured by patience, understanding, and a deep friendship that serves as its foundation. As Kayla and Kylie entered their teenage years, Harrison and Lillian found themselves navigating new challenges. Their daughters were growing into independent young women with their own personalities, opinions, and dreams. There were moments of tension, especially during the inevitable struggles of adolescence, arguments about curfews, disagreements about schoolwork, and the ups and downs of young love. But Harrison and Lillian handled these challenges with the same patience and teamwork that had seen them through so much before. They made sure to always be a united front, communicating openly and making decisions together. Watch out for the final chapter. Please like, comment, and share. And also follow my page for more stories.